Part 7. Celine, Edward, and father approached the white sterile-looking cafeteria. Loud voices echoed off the walls of the tunnel. "Father, what's the deal with Alice?" Edward asked. "Alice was only partly built by your grandfather. The other evil mind behind the project was one of the 1,500 German scientists that the Americans borrowed for Operation Paperclip. His earlier work involved CO designing experiments for the Japanese Unit 731. In turn for his help with Alice, he became the director of the CMS team, some type of reward for bringing world terror, I guess." "CMS team?" Celine said. "Yep, that group of people that was after us in the last jump," Edward said. "Anyway, good or bad," father said. "He was a technician for a number of your mother's projects. Now, listen carefully, what he told me about Alice is about to be at full power sometime in the next few hours. Creatively, CERN decided to participate in viral coding of a new operating system and nano-vaccine research. This investment has paid off. The new operating system, code-named Willow 10, is already, on over 14 million computers around the world, is running the new software. Willow 10 was carefully rolling out in phases, delivering a hidden copy of Alice to all of the users. Alice runs in the background using any memory or processing power the user is not using at that time. We call this grid processing. The SETI Institute used the same software to monitoring electromagnetic radiation for signs of transmissions from civilizations on other worlds. What's funny, the public was on board. Did they ever find E.T? Celine said jokingly. Father replied, "Sure they did, the public was never told, and the guys that found the signal, well, the CMS team took care of that." Now back to Alice. In the beginning Alice could not feel or see. For her to be interactive with the environment we had to create a chip, a tiny thing that could be injected into a group of subjects. Our original test group was too small. The idea was to use people like grid computing. So with the help of the Bilderberg group, we created a massive flu scare. The Alice chip is in now more than 90% of the population. So basically Alice, she can see, feel, and access memories. From the look of it, CERN controls the world, Edward said. As father went on, he said, "During your jumps, you will find this data useful. Hopefully you will not cause a rip in the space-time fabric. You know this is a big worry here. All mother has to do is hit the wrong button." "Mother," Edward said. Father replied, "Yes, Edward, he is back, but things are not normal. Do you recall the part where changes in other dimensions can affect ours?" Father began to talk about the door, when flashing red light filled the cafeteria. Some crazed women on the loudspeaker starts repeating over and over, "System alert level red, runaway fission reaction, families report to stations. Oh God, CERN is about to become a giant electric magnet or worse, an overheating bomb," Edward stated. People in lab coats began to running to their various locations. Oddly, it reminded of when someone releases doves at a wedding. Edward and father started toward the control room, to find mother and his team working on a solution. Mother yells at a technician on the other side of the room, "Contact the Americans, they need to turn on the desertron in Texas. We need to create a subspace bridge, matter bridge between CERN and the desertron. To act as a heat sink, to pull the heat off of CERN collider ring. Deserton, the superconducting super collider project was shut down, mother." "No, Edward. When the project was shut down, we had Hunt's team go in and pick it up for a song. After that we moved people into the town under the cover of a chemical company. There's only a few that suspect something is going on there, most of which you can find on the internet. With Alice and Willow 10 online, we can keep a better eye on them." Suddenly, the smell of burning wires and blue light filled the room. Edward asked father, "What happened to Celine?" "Stay paranoid, my friends. Keep the chain.